Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back for your daily crypto news and analysis. And I hope you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. HBAR holders, guys, we have to talk about this. There is a big issue going on, and it's absolutely ridiculous. And well, I feel like at this point in time, HBAR holders are probably already aware of this. And I think that this is like the number one reason why, HBAR hasn't exploded into like the top 15, top 10, if I'm being completely honest with all of you. So let's talk about it. Let's address it. So on May 25th, we got this post, and it's from Artemis__XYZ. It's on-chain analytics. And essentially, this is where you could track everything and all that kind of stuff. And what we have breaking layer 1 industry record broken by Aptos on May 24th for the most daily transactions, 95.6 million per day. This beats the last record set by Sui Network by over 50%. New activity is driven by an Aptos tap to earn game, Tapos Cap. Now, this is actually a scam. Like, this use case is ridiculous. All you're doing is tapping on a screen, and essentially that is a transaction every single time. I mean, this is literally ridiculous if we're being completely honest here. Now, you can't afford to not be a part of this Discord. You need to join the free Discord down in the description below, as well as in the comments below right now, to get ahead of the rest of the market with 24/7, 365 access to information around crypto, including insights, trades, altcoin gems, you name it. You need to be a part of this Discord. So what are you waiting for? Click the link down in the description below, as well as in the comments below, to join today. I did quote a post that was made by HBAR Tata, because he even said that the layer 1 industry record is over 250 million transactions in a single day, set by Hedera on December 3rd, 2023. If you guys did remember, this is it, and there it is. In just the last 24 hours, Hedera has processed a staggering 250 million transactions at an average TPS of roughly almost 3,000. It was 2,894. To put this into perspective, Bitcoin 934 million in 15 years, Ethereum 2.2 billion in 8+ years, Algorand 1.2 billion in 4 years, Cardano 80 million in 6+ years, Solana transaction failed, Hedera 250 million in 1 day. And yes, this was very, very significant. Hedera was at the top of the list in terms of the transactions being tracked. And it was absolutely insane. It was pretty crazy to say the least. And, this was a massive record. But as we can see from these, platforms, they're not even looking into it. They don't even care about it. It's almost like Hedera is hidden. And I said again, more shade thrown HBAR's way. HBAR Tata has been educating these media accounts, spreading inaccurate information. Hedera recorded over 250 million transactions in a single day back in 2023. But apparently the layer 1 record is 95 million. How comical. Most of this industry is sleeping on Hedera and HBAR, but soon it will be impossible to ignore it. Now, what's funny about this is, if we go over here to Metrica, guys, in just the last day alone, 150.9 million. So we already, even if we're not even talking about this 2023 record, we're still beating this, even just going off of today's daily transactions. It's insane to me that Hedera is not getting any, spotlight put on it at all. And even if we go over here, right, like HBAR Tata was not the only one that was responding back to this. There was so many other HBARbarians, posting under this, and it's insane that we have to have this going on in this community. Like, where's the accurate data? Like, what's going on here? But this is not where it ended, right? Because if that was the case, this video would be a 4-minute long video, right? Over here, Cointelegraph. Aptos breaks layer 1 record with 115 million transactions. It's got posted on May 26th, 3:39 a.m. Now again, here we have HBAR Tata responding back to it. How many times are you going to spread the same misinformation from your article? Surpassed the previous layer 1 record of 65 million held by Sui Network by a significant margin of over 50%. This is false. And again, He's linking his recent post talking about how there's over 250 million transactions in a single day. But this was not the only post, right? Because, he already responded back to this, and so did other HBARbarians, right? Even Christian Hasker is responding back to it. This article isn't even close to being correct. Hedera does more than that amount of transactions every 24 hours. Please amend to include Hedera, hederatransactions.com, where it's tracking it, right? But what's crazy about this is they not only posted it once, but they posted it twice, right? The first one was, just talking about it. Then we have Aptos hit a new milestone by recording 115.4 million transactions in a single day on May 25th, surpassing Solana's 31.7 million. And again, you can see all of the responses down here. And it's just crazy. Like, this is bot activity. Like, this is fully bought it from a scam use case where it's just a tap to earn game. These are not actual transactions, number one. But also, number two, like, is this a pay to play game? And I'm not talking about the actual use case. No, I'm not even talking about the game. I'm talking about the media companies. What's going on here? Is Aptos paying for the spotlight? Because we know for a fact that there is some pay to play happening around the media companies in this space. We know this for certain. But this takes me back to the BlackRock news, right? And I even put out a post. This is April. Guys, we're only in May. 1 month later, and we're still seeing these big issues. BlackRock tokenizes a fund through Securitize on Ethereum. 0 hit pieces posted from media companies. Arcix tokenizes a BlackRock money market fund on Hedera. Hit piece after hit piece. FUD post after FUD post. Seems like it's pay to play for media companies at this point. And now, it definitely seems like it. Because it's so easy to just go over to Metrica and see the data for yourselves. It's insane that this is still an ongoing problem. And I even mentioned their own reporter by name, right? Posted screenshots of them where we even have them saying, like, good morning to everyone except desperate Hedera bag holders. Like, how is this unbiased reporting? Okay? And I even said, like, hey, Cointelegraph, maybe you should do a reassessment on who you have working for your company. Just take a look at the post regarding HBAR holders that got posted by one of your unbiased reporters. How can you have someone like this working for your company, or let alone report on accurate news? The entire Hedera ecosystem deserves better. The sad part is that this isn't even the journalist that wrote the HBAR hit piece. Seems like Cointelegraph has a lot of bad actors working for them. Sad. And, even if we open these 2 posts, right? So the original one over here, and even the newer one, we can see who's writing these. We could see the reporters. Now, what are the other articles written by this reporter? Well, we could see them. We could see all of the past stuff. Now, again, this one is not too bad. There's nothing like, too crazy. But it seems as though all of the reporters are in the dark of what's actually going on. Where's the actual data? Like, show us what's going on here where they're separating reality from just, oh, let me talk about Aptos. And I don't necessarily believe it's on just like the reporter's fault. Like, I don't even think it's on their side. I think Cointelegraph as a whole is getting paid by some of these companies to push this media, and that's it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I can't say for 100% certain on that, but something's going on. And just 2 weeks ago, right, I made a video saying Hedera HBAR is being suppressed, proof. And I talked about the BlackRock news, right? But also what I talked about in this video was transactions. I talked about how many transactions happened in just 1 week on Hedera, and in 1 hour, in 1 day. Over here, we have Q1 2024 saw a vibrant crypto scene with many transactions. These are the blockchains that dominated. Now, everyone was saying, oh, well, technically Hedera is not a blockchain because of the hashgraph, protocol. But guys, you got to understand that it's still classified under blockchain. It's still classified under blockchain, and it still deserves to be on these lists. But it wasn't just OKX that posted this, right? We also saw Coin98 Analytics, and also even CoinGecko. There's a few other posts as well. And it's crazy because, if we go and look at these, Solana is the number 1. Now you might be questioning, and this is on May 18th, by the way, just a couple days ago. Now you might be questioning, like, all right, well, what's the big problem with this? Is there a big issue? What kind of damage could this even be, doing? And ultimately, it's causing a lot of damage. It's causing a lot of damage because, if I was new to the space and I'm looking up, like, what's the most utilized, network? Well, first off, I'm getting hit with this, which is the all-time high in user transactions. Guys, it is an absolute scam use case. It's a botted use case. Like, I remember when the transactions started to get pushed on Hedera, everyone was talking about how these transactions are fake, they're not real. And then all of a sudden, we got confirmation that they were real. They're coming from Atma.io through Avery Dennison and other use cases. And then all of a sudden, there was even other FUD about it. Oh, but it doesn't matter. The use case is not creating value. Hedera's paying for it. Like, it was just ridiculous. But now we have a use case that's literally a tap to earn game that could very well be bought to these massive amounts of transactions. And, nobody cares. It just goes to show you what's going on here, right? And it does take me back to the BlackRock news where, we had, these announcements around like how big this news is for BlackRock with, Arcix and Hedera, and all of a sudden it got twisted. And Cointelegraph, their full-on source for it was a Cardano 80A Maxi. Insane. And, I even said over here, like, when a media company has to delete and repost an article not once but twice, there's a problem. This post was posted 3 times in the last 24 hours by Cointelegraph. Each time it was met with a majority of negativity. Why, you may ask? It's because their journalists didn't even do any research. Didn't get a comment from Hedera, Arcix, BlackRock, etc. No, instead they just openly posted a hit piece on Hedera and HBAR without proper due diligence. Not the first time that Cointelegraph has made a complete joke of themselves. You can't trust them. And now we have this. And they didn't just post it once, they posted it twice, guys. This is a problem. Now, also outside of this, right? What about this? From Bark the Shark. This is why it's important to be included and make sure platforms have correct data. Solana is not the fastest in any aspect. Algo block time is, TTF 2.8 seconds, and this is time to finality. Solana block time, 13.2 seconds. Algo, max recorded TPS, 5,716. Solana max recorded TPS, 1,624. HBAR regularly does double Solana's daily transactions per second. And here we have Solana proves to be the fastest. Look at this. I mean, it's ridiculous to me. And look at, now we have an article here from CoinGecko. The fastest blockchain processed 91 million transactions in a single day. Last time I checked, guys, we're doing 150 million transactions per day. We did over 200 million plus in a single day. The max TPS here is 3,946 in the last 24 hours. Average TPS is 1.75K. And what's crazy about this is, like, we're not even looking at the weekly. We're not even looking at the monthly. We're not even looking at any of these other timeframes. We're just looking at the daily here. If you go look at the other timeframes, max TPS has hit over 10,000. Total transactions in like the last year, it's like over 25 billion. Like, where is any of the reporting on all of this? Right? It's insane to me. And by the way, big shout out to Gregory L. Bell. He put out a full report on Hedera. We have the fastest throughput trailing 30 days. You can see it beating out pretty much every other player in the space. Network uptime, 100%. We also have cost matters, right? So if we actually look down here, I don't know why his account's just staying on my screen like that. But regardless, we have surge pricing percentage over average transaction cost 1 year, 0%. We also have finality speed. There you guys have it, 3.5. Pretty much average with almost all other big players. Then decentralization. A lot of debates on this. Many public nodes don't equal decentralized infrastructure. When we look at Hedera, you can see the percentage here. Validator infrastructure distribution. Very decentralized. Actual network usage. Again, This was May 20th. This was is the most used network by transaction count, 44 billion. I think it's at like 51, 52 billion at this point almost. I haven't looked at it in a while, but as we do look at this, right? Like, it's insane to me that Hedera is so overlooked. And it's so undervalued technically in the space, because as we look at how valuable some of these other networks are, like Solana or even XRP, right? Not even throwing shade. You look at the difference here on a lot of these major networks, and you can see how overlooked, how undervalued, and how suppressed HBAR really is. And I question what's going on here. Is it is it on purpose? Is it because of the pay to play? Like, what's really going on here? I question if it's out of fear, right? If they fear Hedera, but it wouldn't make sense. I think that money's getting thrown around possibly, but I do question what's going on with this space. But these are the types of projects that I love to be included in, because these are the types of projects that get so overlooked for so long. And then when they finally wake up, everyone's questioning, like, how did I miss this? How did I not know it? Well, it's because when you look at the articles around the space, when you look at what is being pushed around media, you can clearly see it. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and also join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.